I'm back. I mean, yeah, the thing I'm really fighting with myself is I really want to build a farm, and there's not really any cheap, easy way to build a farm where people aren't going to mess with it because they're going to know it's a farm. There's not really anything else to do. I mean, I could go raid the neighbor, but I don't really need any stuff from the neighbor. I would take over their house, except, you know, I don't really want their house. And again, like, I can make a farm, but I've been collecting the berries that I need so much that I don't really need to make a farm. I also don't need any scrap. And I know that no matter what I build, it's gonna get raided. The only thing that I thought of that might skate by, maybe. I just heard a beep. Why did I hear a beep? Nothing should be beeping. That was weird. Never heard that beep before. I mean, the other alternative is I go out and find a house to raid, but right there's the freaking neighbor's house, which is right there. And it's like, I'm not really using the best term to describe this. I'm kind of struggling to find the term to describe what's going on, but like, it's kind of like burning the candle at both ends kind of thing. Is like, if I go out and roam in a hazmat kit, like, I don't really want to take a really good gun with me. And if I'm going to go out roaming, then I may as well take a good gun with me. But I'm more likely to lose it if I don't have, like, at least a road sign kit. And eventually I end up in a full metal and an AK set, like, just running around, and ended up losing it, like. Roll that beautiful map footage. And I've done it to myself again. It's freaking nighttime. I mean, I guess I could go drive the lift at nighttime, but I mean, I don't really have to. And I have enough scrap and everything to build a workbench level 3 and transport it over to the other house. But with as entrenched as the people with their castle on the island is, it's pretty likely that they are going to pretty likely that eventually, out of boredom, they're going to raid that house of mine that's up on the hill. The other workaround I found is I could build a farm in a 2x1. I mean, but the solar panels is kind of a dead giveaway that there's something going on in the farm. See, then there's that again. Another junk pile that I haven't touched. As soon as I come out of my door, I really don't like that. And it's weird that it happens so often. As I go out my door, the junk pile vanishes into a puff of smoke. And I don't see any other junk piles around here. And then it sets me on a quest to freaking try to find if anybody's online. All you're gonna run into is scientists. The simplest answer is that a person? That's a horse. Simplest answer is that young piles just despawn on their own after a while. I mean, I kind of have to answer that question. Why is everything bouncing? I guess I just stopped on a funny part of the road. And I wonder if it's that guy that person was satchel raiding, that I blew myself up with a grenade. That was so funny. And then there's that, is like, I'm not just trying to convince myself not to go raid people because I'm afraid to raid people. Which that would be like the first go-to, is this person is just scared to go out and raid people. No, it's I know that, like, I would pick targets I would more than likely be successful at raiding. There's a better chance that I'm going to raid their house and be successful at, but then I have all this stuff and nothing to do with it. And I'm already at the point where I have all this stuff and nothing to do with it. Like, so I'm just out running around at nighttime. Normally I would play a guitar and wear a candle hat, but kinda can't play music, even if it's in MIDI form, even if it's through an instrument on Rust, because it's still technically the melody. And then it's up to whoever has copyrighted the song that, like, you know, do they want to, like, press the issue or not? And whether they do or they don't, it still makes a hassle for YouTube, so. No fun allowed. Which I get it. I mean, I wouldn't want somebody to steal my music. Oh no. Oh good. I'm gonna hit you with a torch. No, Wolfie, that's a bad Wolfie. Dead. Extra dead. I guess I'll go explore that raided compound and see how decayed it is. I'm not sure if I blew up the, not blew up, but exhausted the blue card. I know that one green card broke. Oh no. No, bear, no. I wonder if the animals, like I keep saying this, I haven't looked it up, but I wonder if the animals are more likely to attack you if, if they're more likely to attack you if you freaking aren't wearing gear. I mean, it does kind of seem like that. Woohoo! And 57 hours, huh? What am I missing in here that it's 57 hours? Well, get in the house. Why won't it let me in the house? There we go. Lantern. Was it low on stone? Do I have extra stone in here? Stone? I don't think I do. Nope. What kind of tea is this? Wood tea? I think it's blue and yellow. Is the ore tea? Yeah. And I don't want to make, well, I should probably make two. Oh well. Which I guess I can't, so never mind. Bird. And then to go out here and not have the stone or the car. Bird. I don't really have much in the way of cooked food, huh? Well, that house finally got taken out. Doesn't even look like the same house. So it seemed like that other house was down here a little ways. Oh crap. Out here trying to lose a Tommy gun that I've never even shot a shot with. Hmm. Hmm. The gun animation always amuses me. Like, it's just such an over-exaggerated animation. Especially with, like, the SAR. Like somebody would do that with the gun every time, like. The SAR, it's really exaggerated, like. I mean, the way the character swings the gun up makes it almost to the point where like he's trying to spin it around, like throw it up in the air and spin it like a baton or something, like, and then catch it every time that you pull the gun out, like. I mean, I know that's to justify the delay between switching weapons, so you can't just like instant switch. So then it makes me think of like the justification for that is realism, right? I mean, well, that adds some element of realism to it because you can't just immediately switch like it were a video game. But then you factor in the realism factor against like freaking, I mean, so yeah, you're likely to just eat all those bullets then and be totally fine because of a metal faceplate, huh? Or a bean can helmet. And like, I'm not being critical in like a mean way, I just think it's funny. I think it's amusing that like selective justification. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with all this crap. And I only spent 6 minutes on that orty. I mean, you know what would be cool if they added is like a bicycle? Just some craftable thing that you could take and drive around, like. Make like a 2-person bicycle and have freaking like, you know, get Ioka drive by a pair of nakeds on a 2-person bicycle, like. Yeah, that would be pretty good. That'd be pretty funny. Like, what am I gonna do with all this crap? Like, I already have more metal than I know what to do with at the other house. Well, I mean, what it's looking like is... I mean, I should have brought the car, but... I was really just expecting to, well, I got 1,000 sulfur out of that, or did I put the sulfur in here? I mean, I just jumped over here just for the sake of doing it and freaking saw that the upkeep was low. I mean, I still got like, what, 19 minutes on that, and I've already got more crap than I know what to do with. You know, like, I don't really want to just give this stuff to anybody. But I also don't want to go back out to the snow to try to maximize the ore tea. Like, but since I'm not really active over here, kind of tempted to want to take it out to the other house. I do need springs over there. So I've been making SARS and stuff. Yeah, is that good enough? I'll bring one more of these. That should be fine. Just stupidly run across the map and waste 18 minutes of ore tea. But like, if I had the car, whatever, I've got berries, who cares? I'm gonna step out the door and get faced and complain about it for the next 4 hours. This is at 56 hours. I don't really need anything in here. It's probably missing stone. Just completely taking unnecessary risks for no reason. Nice, so I'm back up to what, 3 days? Now I'm short on metal. Whatever. I'm gonna have an extra kit over here, over at the junkyard. And run fully across the map. For no reason. There's not a lot of people on here, but there are some people on here. The loot goblin. I mean, that is kind of how I feel like. I feel like an NPC that just runs from point A to point B, carrying loads of stuff that they should probably like find better ways to transport. But, yeah, again, I mean, it was just the fastest way to fill up the upkeep for the stone on that house. And I could have left the metal over there. And then even if I do kill somebody, like, I've got an inventory full of freaking metal and a handful of sulfur, so it's like... Probably could barely even pick up their kit if I wanted to. That whole thing was trees before. What I mean compared to going to the outpost and just handing people stuff. Because people do that sometimes. They'll go and raid somebody's base, and then for one, they don't really need this stuff. For two, their bags are probably full. You know, their entire compound storage is probably full. And then you get the added bonus of the spite of telling whoever, you know, whoever thinks themselves to be a big somebody that we just took all your guns and we gave them to the people at Outhouse. We didn't even need them. What is a polar bear doing out here? And he's swimming through the... What the hell? What the hell? Bobby, that ain't right. There he goes. Back to the realism thing, though. People have arguments over like guns and games and the realism factor, and it's like, you ever played real life toe stubber simulator? I mean, I think bullets would hit a little different than you think that they would. Well, that's not what we meant. We didn't mean that. Well, then what did you mean when you said realism? You know, like the realism that means what we mean. That one. And so then it's not realism then. And they go into like some baseless, you know, thing to describe their version of realism. while completely ignoring the Toast Cyber Simulator. Buys, plays, and immediately uninstalls and wants to refund their Toast Cyber Simulator. Find some poor naked to pick on. I'm great and you're a duty. So there. Or aren't they like naked and have a wooden spear? That's like all that they have to their name, like. And you're in like road sign armor with a Tommy gun? Yeah, but I'm great because you're a poopy. You're gonna find your 2x1 and camp it, like. The bad part is I saw people doing that. They were like in full metal with like, I don't know what kind of guns they had, I didn't really see, but they were harassing some like person that was like a role player. They were like throwing freaking grenades at them at their house, pretending to raid them. Are you kidding me or what? Some new compounds. In what seems to be relatively the same spot. Which, you know, everything that's a good idea, that's objectively a good idea, you would assume that the same people would come to the same conclusions. It's like the people that think that they're going to go to the beach because nobody else is going to be at the beach that day. And then they see every other person that thought that there was going to be nobody at the beach that day. Or every person that wants to go put gas in their car, they see that they need gas and they're like, oh, I'll just do it in the morning. And the gas station is full of nothing but people that thought that they were just going to put it in the car in the morning. Yet another compound. I mean, they look cool, but like, I could be wrong about this, but like I say it a lot, but every time I see a compound, I think of the same thought process. And most of the time, people are gonna watch a video like maybe once. So for every person that's seeing, you know, me do the same thing over and over again from my point of view, is always going to be the first time for them, and they'll probably never coming back, so. But what it seems like is compounds, like somebody probably made a video on their build server just to see how crazy they could make a base. And then some person saw it and thought, well, I'm gonna do that in the real game because I should be able to do that. And none of this is saying that they don't look really, really cool. They do look totally cool. You know, like, in, you know, my tree fort is cooler than your tree fort simulator. I mean, they do look totally cool. But as far as, like, practical application of time spent, I mean, like, if they were truly unrateable, like, if they were just not some amount of sulfur or rockets or C4, if somehow you were able to do that, it would be like an exploit. You know, they would have to patch it out of the game. But every base, I mean, and then you're tethered to the upkeep. If you miss a day, then you're hurting. So then, like, what do? Like, you spend most of your time, like, out farming stuff? Like, because if you don't, then the freaking base falls apart. Maybe that's why these people that build those big compounds sit in their base all day. Because if you don't, and you're not right there to put stuff into the tool cabinet, it'll probably fall apart. Gotta be there to maintain the freaking tool cabinet. Like, well, if you don't, if you wait an hour, the whole base will fall apart. Like, yeah, maybe that's why they sit in their compounds all day. And, like, I'm not trying to be mean about, like, I mean, you know, objectivity doesn't have anything to do with how people feel about stuff. Like, it's just an objective fact that a square has 4 sides. It's not how I feel about it. That's just kind of how it works. So I'm trying to search for, like, the most objective reasoning why these supposedly great at combat people, and, like, you know, why they always offline everybody, why they freaking, why it never seems like they leave their house. I mean, on the one hand, it could just be as simple as they just want to seem like they do this kind of stuff, like, but on the other hand, I mean, this might be a real answer here, is they don't have a choice but to not leave the base, because if you do, the whole thing will fall apart because you're not there to throw stacks of stuff in the tool cabinet every hour. And again, I'm not trying to be mean here. Like, I don't get anything out of being mean. But then there's that part of it too, is like, if what I'm saying is true, then people are potentially gonna get upset about it, then, like, I mean, that doesn't have anything to do with me. I mean, again, that's like trying to blame me for a square having 4 sides. Like, it just don't make no sense. I'm a freaking road scientist. Alright, that's part of my raid tools. That alligator's got all them teeth. He ain't got no toothbrush. Yeah, That's why he's mad all the time. It's like. But I think that might be the reason. Is first and foremost, their upkeep is so ridiculous that if they wait an hour, if they try to go out and like fight people or shoot people or just go out roaming, I mean, there's not somebody sitting in the base throwing stone and metal in that freaking base. It'll fall apart. I hate these scientists. They always spawn right outside my door. I can never see them. They make a crap load of noise. Which, on a more populated server, it's not really a big deal. Because people are shooting each other all of the time. So it's like, it's just another gunfight. But here you get bored people. That more than likely have guns. And nothing better to do. That are probably gonna come investigate. I heard gunshots over there. Which, I mean, that's not like, again, that's not feeling hurt. That's just an assessment. I do the same thing. It's like that dude where he was trying to raid that practically naked guy's house. I mean, what could he possibly get out of the house that he doesn't have already? I mean, he's got road signs, he's got satchels. I mean, so he's got at least a workbench level 2. Like... So, I came across him trying to raid that house because of making noise and lack of anything better to do. I shot him in the face a few times, and then I had the bright idea to go get grenades. I'm gonna throw grenades at him. I blew myself up with the grenades. There's another scientist out there. Probably. They always see me before I see them. And they always spawn by my house because I built by the freaking road. And they got that robot aim through the freaking bushes. Where is he? Like, I know I hear one out here. Is he up here? Like, I know I heard feet, unless it was people feet. But it may have been people feet. I don't think it was the bare feet. I know what bare feet sounds like. Is there a scientist living in my walls? Did they spawn? I mean, there was a polar bear where there was no snow running through the freaking terrain. Is there a freaking scientist in my walls? No, I guess not. Like, I swear I heard something. I know it wasn't the bear. Oh, now what do I do? I mean, it is about to be nighttime. And I don't really want to raid my neighbor's house. I don't really need to go accumulate any junk. So I have more junk than I know what to do with already. I could go driving my car around. But probably get shot in the face for driving my car around. Then I'd have to go get my car. It's about to be nighttime. This horse probably got no stamina on him. I got decent stamina, holy crap. I've come bringing you the gift of a Tommy gun and a road sign kit. And I know that there's people on. I mean, a handful of people, but I guess what, go kill road scientists? Go get myself killed in the tunnels? That sounds fun. Guess I'll go do that. But I mean, then I'm gonna accumulate more junk that I don't need. Pow! I see some berries. Chicken, 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 chicken. Where the hell is the chicken at? Now see, I think this tower is new. Oh, there's a house to raid, I guess. And it's weird that, like, I was totally gonna blow a hole in that guy's house and take over his base. Just to let it decay. Then I felt bad. Because I saw that he had completed the roof. Like, I thought he was offline and was done, and like, that's where he was just gonna leave it. But I had the night vision on, I had the 4C4, I had the ladders. Freaking... Hey, a road scientist. And then between feeling bad and not having enough explosives on me to get through the new wall that he put up, the new ceiling. And the thought that he had just finished it. Holy crap, are those all turrets? Nice. I'll go run myself into the turrets. I do kind of want to get these berries back. Don't know where that scientist is. He's over there. Would you like some mushrooms? Oh, I think I'm gonna feed him some chicken too. Come here, chicken. Would you like some raw chicken, horse? I knew you would. Some more mushrooms. Forget what the white berries are for. Scrap tea. I mean, I know it's probably gonna get raided, but I kind of want to build a garden just for something to do. Like, what is there really to do? To raid people when there's no people to raid. I guess I'll keep the berries. And it's about to be nighttime. Come on, Hans. Let's go. I mean, if the new neighbor sees me and starts being aggressive, then I will totally blow his freaking house to Kingdom Come. Oh, crap. Would you like to eat some bear meat, horse? Only the finest horses, fed upon the finest of bear meats. A bear might be killing my horse. That's a piggy. Is it just me, or does it look like my shadow has a wolf head? It does. Looks like my shadow has a wolf head on. That was weird. You like some piggy meats? You like some worms? This poor horse, dude. Nah, I mean, I know it's probably gonna get raided, but just for lack of stuff to do. Plus it's gonna be nighttime. I mean, I guess I can go roaming at nighttime and kill nakeds out with their torches. I should probably keep that for band-aids. And I've got plenty of bones to compost for fertilizer. The thing that I was thinking is, I think I might make a 2x2 garden. I mean, then it's not much work as far as the materials go. I mean, I don't think I'm even gonna bother reinforcing it. So it's just more materials, because it's probably getting raided anyway. But see, that's the candle at both ends thing again. Is on the one hand, if you're gonna build it, I may as well build it. And if I built it to build it, I would probably do a metal interior 2x3 and have 6, you know, 6 garden plots. Then I'd probably need like 2 or 3 water purifiers if I built it over here. Just to have, sustain it with like constant water. I don't think you can overwater a garden. Yeah, that's how I feel too, Worse. Do like stone honeycombs and then put like 4 or 5 garage doors and triangles for the airlock. I mean, that's a pretty decent amount of work. It's gonna be like 12 rockets to get in there. I mean, because this design you can expand to however many base you want to hook the airlock up to. But the stone wall and the metal wall is, you know, not doing it with precision and just using just rockets. It's like 12 rockets, 4 for the stone and then 8 for the freaking the metal. Then any person trying to raid it, you know, they would, yeah, but then I would be tethered to another building's upkeep. Any person trying to raid it, like whether you go through the airlock or you go through the freaking through the walls, is at least 12 rockets worth of crap. And then there's the raid profile. As a 2x3 is a relatively big footprint. So anybody running past or anybody out flying their minicopter around, just derping around looking for something to do, they would probably take notice of a, you know, honeycomb 2x3 out in the water. That's a pretty good sized garden. I bet there's about at least 6 berry plants in there. Like, just think of all the teas that are in there. It's like, well, didn't you fly by there yesterday and there was nothing? Yes. Well, didn't you see that, you know, it must only just have been up for just a day? Yes. When people have to log out and stuff, and doesn't it take time to grow plants? Yes. But you're certain that there's going to be tons of stuff in there? Yes. Based on what? Yes. Like, No, I mean, it is still just the last week. I mean, tried to get a thrill out of trying to transport this metal over here. Ooh. Oh, don't kill me. I've got a bunch of metal and a Tommy gun. It took me like 2 minutes to go out into the snow and mine it, but you know. Woohoo! Nobody over here except us owls. Oh, and I'm not ragging on the game. I'm not ragging on the game. If I didn't like the game, I wouldn't play the game. But the thing that I will say, though, is it's kind of why I would rather play TF2. I mean, at least with TF2, you spawn with all the weapons, and you go out and you kill stuff, like. And then you die, and you spawn again, you do it all again, and next thing you know, like an hour has gone by. But this is essentially a work simulator. You do all of that work, and then your stuff gets blown up anyway. And it's not a question of whether it's gonna get blown up, it's just, well, how soon is it going to get blown up? Woohoo! Woo! You gotta really sell the hype factor here. You gotta use some trendy terms. Not using enough trendy terms. But yeah, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna make a workbench level 3 anytime soon. So, let me throw these Grab this stuff. Open the magic door. And close the magic door. It scared me, horse. Woohoo! 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 Watch that water purifier be like 600 scrap deep. Oh, so here's the drones. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to make a drone. I don't think can you buy cameras? I mean, I'd have to build all of this crap. I'd have to build a base that was specifically just for me using drones to go around the map. And there's this, is those taxi module. Can they shoot you in the face with the taxi module? I don't know if they can. A barbecue, a locker, a small box for item storage. You can drive a camper around. Somewhere on a workbench level 2 was the water purifier. Here it is. Water pump, water purifier, memory cell. Where's the ore gate at? 265 to make a switch. Ooh. I already know the medium power thing. I'm tempted to make an electric furnace. 320 to do that. I know there's a crap load of water stuff on workbench level 1 that I gotta do. There's scrap in here. No. Get some raw bear meat to feed to the horse, though. This I need. Water pump. I may as well learn that. May as well learn this. Probably gonna need an ore gate for a battery charger. Don't really need an XOR gate for anything. pellets. I think that's all the basic stuff that I need. I don't have to worry about a heater because I'm not in the cold. Is there any other stuff that I need? Yeah, sure, spear gun spear. Make the whole thing out of high quality metal. You're not getting my berries. But again, just for lack of stuff to do, like... And I know that it's gonna get raided. I still have 1,000 freaking scrap. Is there anything that I want or need to build to get the scrap? Like, what to do with the scrap that's necessary? Like, no, not really. Feed this horse some bear meat, which I'm pretty sure the horse is full. Any workbench level 2 stuff I need? Not even sure what I would use a parachute for. I do kind of need those. Like if I made a... like a 1x1 with a... that was a pass-through. Like the airlock. With the interior square going to the interior of the compound that was just for furnaces, but I mean, again, I don't really need more than just the 5 furnaces that I have in the house. But I would build like a 1x1 that had a bunch of furnaces and a refiner. But like, I know it's getting raided. Oh, there's somebody over there to shoot. I don't need an AND switch for anything. I mean, I would have to build a whole... I would have to build a whole base just to make a drone thing. But like, I don't really want to waste the scrap either. Kind of sounded like a revolver. Didn't sound like a SAR. What are they shooting at? And then since I can make pipes out of scrap, if I want to make rockets, if I ran out of pipes, I kind of want to keep the scrap around. I know that they're probably bored. Do I want to go give them the Tommy gun? And then there's that, as there was nobody the whole time that anybody was here. And I decided that I want to try to, like, make a freaking garden. Then I hear one single gunshot to let me know that I'm not really safe to make my freaking garden in peace. It didn't sound like a SAR, that sounded like a freaking revolver. And there has been somebody floating around the house, taking stuff out of the box around the garbage around the outside of my house. Because every time I keep coming outside, they keep despawning. They still haven't looked that up. It's probably this guy that lives in this house that was getting raided. And I'm probably gonna get myself killed, but just looking for any kind of movement. I got excited, I saw movement. Yeah, it's a freaking deer. Probably gonna get jump scared by a freaking road scientist. Tactical berry picker deployed. Then there's that is, why would that person build where they built? It just doesn't make any sense, like. Let me test that. So if I have a gun deployed, and I just switch to the, what does that even do? Like, if you switch to the, are you holding the freaking silencer? Are you gonna throw it at somebody? Like, I was hoping that it would fast equip it to the current gun I'm holding, but I guess it doesn't do that. I don't know, maybe it was a wolf running around with a revolver. And then just the one revolver shot. This is the only house that's over here. That person tried to raid it. I'm not really sure how successful they were. Oh, looks like he slapped the doors back on. Any landmines or shotgun traps or anything? Have the soft side out. Could be a freshly spawned naked. Find a revolver with freaking 4 bullets in it. In a box. And no, it absolutely takes nothing at all to make me go into paranoia mode. And anytime I've ever heard anything and tried to check to see what it was, I've never found anything. And it's like, damn it. And then it's just the one shot too, like. No new houses over here. There's also not really any stone nodes or any nodes or anything. I think that's a rock. This is new. What time is it? Seems kind of an odd place to build a house, though. I mean, that's a long run all the way back to the freaking... And it's already freaking decaying. I mean, why build a house out there? You have to run all the way down that hill. It's like the same guy that lives right next to the, that house that's over here. That means that he has to run the entire length of the base of the mountainside, get back up the hill after trying to use the recycler. They've got a tree growing out of their house. Now, is this whole thing just a bunch of honeycomb? They don't have a code lock, so it seems like it's just a single person. Make some noise. You know, I guess that kind of answers my question as to who Who popped off that shot? So those guys got raided yesterday, and yet they decided to rebuild. And then there's that is, whatever they did on their current base design didn't work the last time. So why would they rebuild the same base design again? I mean, the people doing the raiding did need a lot of explosives to get through there. That is true, but that doesn't change my principle that, like, it doesn't really matter how you build a base, it's just a matter of explosives. So the real important thing is, how likely is it to have stuff in it, is really what it comes down to. It's the threshold of, is it really worth raiding this house? Which is why I believe that my crappy, seemingly crappy base hasn't been raided yet. It seems just tough enough to not net you the amount of stuff that it would be worth raiding, and yet the trade-off is that's only because they don't know the stuff that I have inside of it. Oh, see, I didn't know this was here. Good work building in the trees. This kind of explains a lot. Between that guy and that guy up there. This is the smarter place to build, to have a short trip to the recycler. I have nothing. The 2x2. So the tool cabinet is probably in this corner. But you might not be. The smartest place to put it is to honeycomb the interior with garage doors, and then put it right next to the wall with the airlock, because people are going to assume that you're going to put it farthest away from the airlock. But then with the garage doors retracted, you have access to everything inside the base as if they weren't even there. But, I mean, that's still that many more doors that they would have to go through to get to the freaking, especially if you put a solid stone wall in the middle. Turns your entire 2x1 into an airlock. Well, it doesn't appear that they've been through here. Unless this is what the shot was. What the hell is going on? How did that person die? I only heard the one shot, which whoever it was probably killed them with something else. It was probably those guys that killed that guy. And freaking used their own revolver to pop them in the head as they were down. Which that base that just got raided is probably going to need to make a lot of trips to the recycler. So I'm pretty sure that they got cleaned out with as many booms as was happening yesterday. I'm gonna be freaking garbage scientist in my house time. I think that's like the first time that I went looking for whoever was making noise and found some evidence of it. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raid that freaking house, which is probably just a temporary house from the other people who are active because they're calling in airdrops. Probably just a temporary house for them to gather scrap real fast. More than likely. And I would say that, except, like I would be sold on that idea, except on that person's bag in their body. With all of that crap on it. And then if I do raid that house, and if it is their temporary house that's by the scrapyard, so they can just grub around and collect scrap real fast, or in their mind real fast, because the fastest way is a freaking junkyard. You do 10 cars and that's 500 scrap. But since they got raided, they're probably looking for easy targets. So my house is probably going to get raided pretty soon. And the bad part is, like, part of me wants it to get raided. Part of me wants the wipe to be over. Because every day it's just more nothing. Like every day that goes by, I'm happy that I didn't get raided, but it doesn't change that there's not really anything to do. I mean, as much as I want to build a garden, I mean, what would I even need it for? The amount of berries that I have collected and stuff, like... What's up, horse? Does need some HP, though. He's about to die. Bear meat. But then, those people that kept that guy, whoever killed him, why didn't they loot his body? The horse poo-poo. I'm really considering putting another thing on here for the horse. It's almost kind of like, for what though? I mean, yeah, I guess fertilizer, but in that it's about to be nighttime. I don't think I can fit a horse through a normal sized door. Oh yeah, I mean, I may as well test it. Come on, horse. I mean, I know the answer is no, but... Can you make it through the door, horse? What? No. Really? I can store the horse in here. I don't think it's gonna let me get on the horse. What? No, you can store a horse in a regular door. Oh, now he's stuck. No, I'm stuck. Oh, that's not good. Oh, damn it. I'm gonna have to kill the horse. Get him out, because I don't think you can push a horse. Nope. I've gotten myself stuck between me and the horse. I'm gonna have to kill him. Can't get on the horse. And if anybody that shot that naked comes by and sees me, it's like, you having no problem, bud? Like, maybe. Yeah, I'm totally, completely stuck between the horse and the wall. Good job, horse. I hate to do it, but I gotta kill him. Very sorry, horse. He's about to die anyway. But I never would have thought that you could store a horse. I'll put that in my food box. Never thought you could store a horse in a regular freaking, in a regular door. I mean, I guess that makes sense because you can go through a double door, but the double doors themselves take up the whole door frame. So it makes sense as you'd be able to get a horse through those, but yeah, my boredom is freaking killing me. I can't think of anything to do. There's nobody to raid. There's nobody to shoot at or get shot at from. I mean, the only thing for me to do is build a garden, which I know that's getting raided. And then even after I build the garden, like, what am I gonna do with the freaking, the stuff? Like, I guess you could shoot at the neighbors, just to shoot at them. Wait until nighttime. Go over and go over as a naked and throw a single grenade at them. Poor guys after they got raided, like, probably be like, no, not again. But yeah, I mean, I can't really think of anything to do, and I'm kind of forcing myself to try to play this. Like, I mean, there's more people on the server than usual. Oh no, it actually got cut down by half because of what time it is, but only 14 days ago. That means there's a whole nother 2 weeks of the wipe left. Another 2 weeks of this, like, jeez.